My name is Dorji. I'm from a tiny country called Bhutan. Capital city is Thimphu. When I say Bhutan, I'm very sure like most of the people, they try to extend their ears because not many has heard about Bhutan.
Sure.
It's a tiny and peaceful country and nothing much comes in the media, so not many people know about Bhutan. And I think let me tell something more about Bhutan. It's a tiny Himalayan kingdom. It's a kingdom located in South Asia, as you said. We have big giants, India and China bordering us. So it's a democratic constitutional country. It's one of the tourist spot, so to say. It's a 25th the best tourist spot considered in the world.
Okay. So before we go to the tourists, let's look at what language does that country speak.
Our national language is called Dzongkha. It's widely spoken, but the medium of instruction in school is English. So almost everybody, like especially those who are born after 70s and 80s, they can speak English very fluently.
Okay. And do they also know their language?
Yeah, of course. National language, as I said, is called Bhutan, but we have about 25 different dialects. Well, sometimes, although the country is tiny, we don't understand each other. But national language, Dzongkha, is almost widely spoken nationwide.
So let's look at the foods. When I get to your country, what are the common most foods that people can eat or enjoy or like asking in hotels?
Rice, I think, like in most of the country, is our staple of food. We have local diets, which also includes the pork, beef. We have the yak meat.
Here we call it like nyama choma.
Yeah, something similar. We have all this chicken, and these are like similar to many of the countries. But one thing which is very unique about the food is we have one food which we call it as Emma Dasi. Emma is actually chili.
Okay.
Dasi is cheese.
Eaten with what?
It's actually eaten with rice.
Okay.
It's prepared kind of a curry. So this Emma Dasi, which is cheese and chili mixed together, this is something unique about Bhutan. If somebody visits Bhutan, this is something that they shouldn't miss. Yeah,
Okay,
they shouldn't miss. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. Would like to look at marriage in your community. What approach do people take in order to get a girl they love?
Well, traditionally there used to be arranged marriage before, but now in this 21st century, this is something now is no more practice. Mostly marriage takes place between the affection of the two couples mostly.
So when is a young person or a young lady started to involve her parents then?
Actually, legally, the marriage age for Bhutan is it's 18 years for women and 21 years for men. If I quote my own example, I got married and I introduced my wife to my parents later on only.
Okay.
So
after you understand each other.
Yeah, after actually. So it's like these days the marriage has become more of a choice of between the individuals than the parents enforcing it.
Okay. You find that sometimes somebody even go to introduce, as you said, going the wife and already a baby. That's when they are going home. Is that what the case?
Yeah, there are a few such cases also, and we also see that there are some living together cases, they live together and then they marry later on, and then they introduce to the parents later on also.
Okay. So what about in terms of dressing? Is there any kind of dressing that make your people unique from other countries? Like if your people go to a place, they know that this person comes from Bhutan. One
uniqueness about Bhutan is dress. We have a dress, we call it Baku for men and Kira for women. And I tell you, this is totally unique. You will not find this kind of dress elsewhere in the world. So one very unique culture is the way that we dress in Bhutan.
So how could you describe it for people who are listening?
Yeah, the men's dress go is kind of a knee-length robe, and then we tie with one belt called kera. It's totally unique. It's quite difficult to explain in words actually. And then for women, we call it kira. It's an ankle length. Ankle length long, yes, and then tied with another belt. It's beautiful actually, very beautiful and unique. And in our country, when you visit offices, the schools, any formal places, you go to wear your national dress.
Okay.
Otherwise, in the towns, we okay with your usual normal clothes, pants and shirts. During the office hours, the office goers, the students, they have to wear the national dress. Otherwise, in the normal cases, we can wear any dress we like.
Thank you for that explanation. Now let's get to the economic activities of Bhutan. What exactly are people there engaged in?
I have the statistics for 2012. I remember in 2012, the per capita income for Bhutan is $2,400. Mainly, the economy comes from agriculture, is forestry based, and tourism, and then the sale of hydroelectric power to India. We provide a lot of hydroelectricity, and then we sell to India. These are the main economy activities in Bhutan. Tourism is another one.
So when I'm in Bhutan, what guides me in the town as I move around? And what makes that country unique from other countries?
Now, if you happen to visit Bhutan, and if you happen to visit or go around towns, if you seek help from any people, passers-by, they are very friendly. They will be ever ready to guide you throughout your trips to take you around.
Yeah, taking me around, yes. But what do you use? Do we also have buses? What kind of means do we use?
Of course, we have public buses. We have normal taxis. And if you have your friends, of course, you can drive around with your friend, borrow your friend's car.
Yes.
So, but we don't have train in our country because it's a mountainous country. So no train. Otherwise, other means of transport like buses, taxis are there like in other countries.
What about your airports?
Oh yeah, we have only one international airport. Actually, it's called Paro. All the interest or the tourists actually comes via that airport. We don't have a big airport like in other countries because the country is full of mountain. Of course, we have few domestic airports. So entry into our country is mainly through that single airport that we have, international airport. But we don't have airlines operating from outside countries. We have our national airlines, 2 companies which is operating from our country, from Bhutan to the destination outside. So they fetch in the people, the tourists, passengers. But we don't have airlines coming from the other countries. It's only through airlines which are from Bhutan. One is called Druk Air. It's a national airlines. And then we have another private company operating it. It's called Bhutan Air. They also called Tashi Air. Bhutan is a tiny country. Not many people know about Bhutan. If you wish to visit Bhutan, you are most welcome, and I'm very sure that if you visit Bhutan, you will go back with a satisfied mind. It's a peaceful, the environment we have, the culture we have. In fact, we have tourists visiting Bhutan mainly because of the culture and the uniqueness in the environment and the culture that we have. When it comes to song, I think I'll go for a tribute song that I myself, along with one singer, we have produced a tribute song to His Majesty the King on his 60th birthday, dedicate to the birthday of our King. The song is called Dorji Wangchuk. It means the kind-hearted one. I helped produce. So this actually is a song that I produced in collaboration to one of my singers in our country.
Sembi